Hey guys, welcome back to Sunny Side Up True Crime ASMR. Today I'm going to talk about the Jonbenet Ramsey case. And I think a lot about her case around Christmas because it was Christmas 1996 that she was found in her home unresponsive. She'd passed away. So when I first heard about this case, I kind of wondered why there was so much interest in it, because unfortunately kids end up missing all the time. I mean, I think everyone can think in America. Everyone in America can think of a local case where they know of a kid that went missing or passed away, unfortunately. So I kind of wondered, like, why is everyone so focused on this case when there are a lot of other cases similar? And I think sometimes people get really focused on a case when there's like some unique factors surrounding it. And the unique factors in the Jonbenet Ramsey case were that she was a child beauty pageant contestant, and of course, there's still beauty pageants that go on today, but I think that was the first a lot of people had heard about child beauty pageants, and they were surprised that she was dressed with makeup and dressed like an older woman. And so I think initially that's what caught the attention of everyone. Plus the fact that she was found in her own home, so that's usually unusual if a child is kidnapped. So what happened was, from what all I've read and watched about this case, they had come home from a party, like a Christmas party, and it was late at night, so they all got ready for bed, and the parents put the kids to bed, and then, as far as they know, that was the last they had heard from Jonbenet. So the next morning they couldn't find her, but they found a ransom note on the stairwell, and it said, "I have your daughter, give me this much money if you want to see her alive again, don't call the police." So basically a ransom note. And they called the police, like you're supposed to. And early on, a lot of people criticized the police because they let the family have friends over. They even put the family to work and had them search the whole house for Jonbenet. And they feel that probably tampered with a lot of the evidence. So, ends up, the dad finds Jonbenet in a small room in the basement. So, she had been strangled, and they said she also had a blunt force trauma to the head, like someone hit her in the head. So basically, that's all we know, and the rest is all just theories that people have. So some of the theories are that Jonbenet wet her bed, the mother got upset and, you know, did away with her, and then wrote the ransom note to make it look like it was a kidnapping. Another theory was that the dad was inappropriate with her and the mother meant to hit him in the back of the head, and he moved and then Jonbenet was hit. And then another theory is that the brother did it because she took some of his pineapple that he was eating, so he hit her, and the parents thought she wasn't going to make it after that injury, so they went ahead and strangled her, kind of finished her off, so to speak, to put her out of her misery. And then they covered it up so he wouldn't get in trouble because they didn't want to lose both of their children. Then there is a theory of this guy who played Santa Claus kept saying he was going to visit her on Christmas. And so it was Christmas, you know, and did he visit her? And they found a card in the trash can and it said, "I'll see you on Christmas." It was from Santa. I don't really have a theory of my own, but there's reasons why I don't understand the other theories. Like, as far as the intruder theory, I don't understand why they would stay at the house and not take her with them. So that's why I don't get that theory. But also, I don't know why they would spend so much time writing a ransom note and risking being seen in the house, because the ransom note was really long and it was written with paper from the home. So I have like things that I think about the case, but I haven't put it all together. So I definitely think the mother wrote the ransom note. I compared the ransom note with the mother's handwriting and there were so many similarities. She also couldn't be excluded when they had an expert look at it. She starts off making her A's a different way than she ends. Well, the ransom note writer starts off making their A's one way and they end up making it another. And the way they end up making it is the way that the mom makes them. So I think she was trying to, at first, disguise her handwriting, and then naturally your natural handwriting always comes out, so she ended up writing the A's the normal way. So I think the mother definitely wrote the ransom note, which makes you ask the question, why would she do that? And it could be to protect herself or her family. I don't think she would protect a stranger and go through all this to cover up something a stranger did or a family friend. So I feel like something happened and it was someone in the family. There is thought that the 911 call you could hear the little boy talking in the background, her little brother, or her big brother, and the dad say, "We don't want to talk to you right now." Like they're mad at the boy, maybe because he did something to the sister. I don't know. I feel like if I was the brother and I really didn't do it, you know, I would just stay out of the spotlight and I would live my life. So I thought it was really weird that he went on Dr. Phil and had that interview, because it kind of made him just look more suspicious because of the kind of ways he acted. But there'd be no way I would go on TV. I'm the type of person, but I guess some people are insecure, but I'm very secure in myself where I don't care what other people think. So if I knew I didn't do that, I wouldn't feel I had to tell everybody that I didn't do that. I wouldn't care what they thought. You know, I would know the truth. God knows the truth. You know, I don't have to go on Dr. Phil and have him try to make me look guilty. So I kind of wonder why the brother did that. Now the DNA evidence I've heard is like trace DNA, and it's the kind that you get from touching something. And I've heard that it could be like DNA from whoever manufactured the clothing item that they had it on, like somebody in the factory that was folding it, is what I heard. So if that's the case, then I don't think they have actual DNA. So it's just one of those cases, like, you have no idea what happened. It's possible there was an accident in the home with the brother. I keep saying little brother because he was a little boy, but there was an accident, and the family kind of thought, well, we don't want to lose our child, our other child, so let's just cover this up and move on with our lives. I feel like that documentary, I actually feel like that's the closest scenario I can think of that probably happened. Because they say actual kidnappings and children getting kidnapped from people other than their family is very rare. And it does happen, but it can't be like, it really can't be the first thing you think that's what it is, because I think police and detectives and stuff see so many cases where that's not what it is. So I think the only way this case will ever get solved is if there's a confession. I don't think the DNA evidence will ever help. Obviously, they don't have enough, or they would have probably solved this case by now, because they're solving all these cases from even the 70s and 80s with this new DNA technology. But yet this case is from the 90s and it's still not solved, because I don't think the DNA is what they're trying to act like it is. They're trying to act like it's a lot of DNA that someone left there, when in reality it's trace DNA, and it could just be from the manufacturing of the clothes. So those are my thoughts on the Jonbenet Ramsey case. She would have been, 32 this year. To be so full of life, have so much promise. I mean, rest in peace to Jonbenet. I know she's in a better place, but she would have had a wonderful life, I could just tell. And sometimes you just have to say, you'll never know. We'll never know what happened, probably.